This is something I always wanted to do.
Cinematography. I love cinematography, but never got time to do it. With everything going on with my life right now, I wanted to get away. I always like to video essays and how one can make one, even a movie, but
I don't make major motion pictures. I make crap.
Yes.
it doesn't mean I don't try and do it, because who knows, it might be.
Impressive. Maybe the biggest moneymaker you've ever had.
Which be cool and all, but
But it doesn't frickin' matter.
so I'm gonna talk about something that has always affected me. Music. More on the music that I play. So buckle up and wear your earphones, because it's gonna be one hell of a music ride. Now that was cool, wasn't it? It's a song I wrote. It's not finished, and who knows when it will be. But from that, you can tell that I like rock. And to begin, the very first song that got me into rock is incidentally the guy I got my name from, back in 1955. Johnny Be Good by Chuck Berry, played by Marty McFly with the Starlighters. Hearing that song back in the day was just like, wow. Made me air guitar like crazy, especially at the part that just goes. How could I not dance to a part like that? I got hooked in playing guitar instantly. But I couldn't at the time. I was very young and it wasn't cheap before. So I got the next best thing, which was it's basically where I got all my rock influences. First song I ever played on Guitar Hero was Hit Me With Your Best Shot by Pat Benatar. Then I played I Love Rock and Roll, sang by Joan Jett, Slow Ride by Foghat, and more that I can't remember. But thanks to that game, I got to hear bands like the Rolling Stones, Nirvana, Metallica, Mudhoney. Outside the game, I had friends who listened to underground stuff as well from the 90s, like Emily Sassy Lime, L7, Bikini Kill, Bratmobile, Flipper, The Fang. But by listening to those bands, it inspired me to play the guitar one day. When I finally got to pick up an instrument and be in a band, it was a trumpet, and it was a class band that focused in jazz music. I was totally not interested in jazz because I heard of a lot of rock music, but playing jazz was like, wow, it's so smooth and classy, but it also made me realize how hard it was to play an instrument. The trumpet only has 3 buttons that you need to use one hand for to play so many notes. If I couldn't figure out 3 buttons with one hand, how can I play a guitar that has 6 strings and play with 2 hands? I was discouraged at the time that I didn't even realize it. But of course, I didn't give up. So 5 years later, I got my first guitar, and the first song I ever learned was a song by Oasis. I'm sure everybody knows the song. It's Wonderwall.
Hope you can hear me. I'm not sure. Today's gonna be the day they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you got to do. I don't believe in anybody who feels the way I do about you now.
After that song, I always was a performer, and I played on stage with a guitar or on stage in a play. Whenever I got to play a song, it's always great, or something like that. So why that song? Well, it reminds me of my mother. Plus, it's easy to play. Plus, it's a great song. You're My Wonderwall is a great lyric. Afterwards, I've covered various songs from different artists that I don't remember how to play now, sadly. But bands that stuck with me is like Nirvana, Radiohead, Oasis, Royal Blood, and many more. But I don't know how to play all the songs too. But after that, around 2017 and 16, I started writing songs, and the very first song I ever wrote was Freezer Burn. When I wrote the song back then and showed it to friends, they told me that it was a very sad song. When I wrote it, I wasn't sad. It wasn't meant to be a sad song. I wrote it with the view of a relationship that one day you might fall out due to a bad day, but we'll still come back. It's basically the story of that song. But watching a movie like In the Mood for Love made me realize that it's the perfect love story that everybody wanted. Looking back on the songs I wrote too, a lot of them are actually quite sad. This is the notebook that has it all. Well, what it can fit in anyway. Nobody knows what's in this notebook but me. Well, probably one other person does. But I have like over 50 songs at least that I've made. But I don't record them all, which kind of sucks, but it doesn't matter. Some of them are crap anyway. The ones that I have recorded was just me alone with the recorder. A lot of them are usually instrumentals because most of the time I don't feel like writing lyrics, as my feelings usually get transferred to the way I play, and that's the main focus of it. But when I do write lyrics, or sing lyrics in a song, you won't be able to hear what I say, except for the parts I want you to hear. It's a way to transfer my feelings to the way I play without saying much of anything. Hopefully you can see that when you close your eyes and forget the world. It's how I like playing. So how does it feel to play the musician? Well, it's basically like Whisper of the Heart by Studio Ghibli. It's frustrating. It's hard work. Fear of judgment by others and what they might think of your work. Sometimes you just run aimlessly and you don't know where you're going. It's depressing most of the time. You have those moments where you just lie down and look up the ceiling. You don't feel like getting up. Even after all your hard work, when it's finally finished, there's no sense of accomplishment. You're left in a space where you never thought you'd be. And you just end up crying about it. And you don't know how to feel. But I still play because I want to play music for me and to anybody who I want to play it for, because it's a part of my identity. So how does it feel to be a regular musician?